Hello, my name is Siniša Tešić, and this is my application 2 video. This particular presentation, based on my surname, is incorporated around the theory of narrative paradigm. Narrative paradigm is a theory birthed by Walter Fisher, who was an individual immersed in the ideological thoughts that we are essentially characters in stories. Our lives are stories. We are characters within them, and then the narration and perception of what is stated, what is created through communication, through narrative, is essentially reality. So life is one big story, and we're characters in it. Simply put, is the essence, if you will, of the narrative paradigm. The subcomponent that I wish to address within this particular theory and apply to a personal story is narrative fidelity. Narrative fidelity is essentially, I'll say, harmony between a message and what the audience of that message perceives as honest and righteous, if you will. Essentially, it creates an overall feeling of resonance with the audience, the message that is, therefore creating that sense of narrative fidelity. So, this leads me to my personal aspect of something dealing with narrative fidelity. A couple years ago, one of my first, actually my first, very first rugby coach reached out to me, and he started a youth rugby program in San Antonio. Since he coached a lot of my friends and I in high school, he wanted to create little short video series of us giving our personal recounts of rugby experiences, where it's taken us, what we've accomplished with it, how it's changed us, benefits of it overall, etc. And it was a fantastic experience because I got to meet up with him again, catch up, talk about rugby, of course. And essentially, when he asked me to do this, I had no reservations. And when I got up in front of that camera, I simply told my story. I told the truth. I told exactly what I experienced. There was no hesitation or apprehension on my behalf because I was creating some story or anything like that. It was simply personal recollection of rugby affiliated events. And essentially, I didn't think the video was anything, special, if you will. It doesn't have a lot of view. It's on YouTube actually right now. Not to sell myself, but if you want to watch it, it's there. It didn't get a lot of views or shares or anything like that. However, a lot of people in the rugby community, fellow players, previous coaches, referees that I know, a lot of people within the rugby community reached out to me and expressed how much they really enjoy that video. Basically, a lot of people said that it was a very passionate delivery of descriptions regarding rugby life and rugby events, rugby games. A lot of people really appreciated it because I kind of just earnestly and honestly put everything out there. I wanted, I don't know, to create narrative fidelity without even trying, I suppose. I think because of that honesty, that sheer, lack of ambiguity, where there was no confusion, there was no, fiction, there was no mustering of something on the spot for my behalf. It was all genuinely truthful recollection of events. And I suppose, more specifically pertaining to fidelity, narrative fidelity, it was ethical. It was good messages, positive messages about rugby. And it created so much resonance that I had several people that I didn't even know from the rugby community tell me, for example, in job interviews and stuff, and or friends that have seen it, how well they, how much they enjoy the video. So conclusively, my personal story deals with narrative fidelity because the message that I created was very truthful. It had good positive intentions, therefore creating a sense of resonance with the audience. It wasn't even my intention at first, but I think because of the genuineness, that narrative fidelity was able to come to life. Thanks so much for your time.